Hello you guys and welcome to a new video. We are going to pick my TBR for April and I'm really excited because these are my favorite videos to make. I always love picking my TBR for a new month. It feels like new energy. I get to pick all of these pretty books up here and I'm just really excited to do that. I am going to London this month, so I have to say I don't think I will pick a full TBR with only the books on my physical TBR card, because I know the second I get back from London, I want to read the books that I got there. So I am going to include some of the books that I am planning on buying in London. I just know I want to read those the second I get home. So I am going to include those, but we are obviously also going to pick some of these books on my current physical TBR. As always, I do have two books that are already on my TBR for this month because they're my book club books. First of all is Bound. I'm really excited about this one. I'm reading Bound in April with my local book club. It was actually my suggestion for my book club and it ended up being picked, so I'm really excited about that one. And it is also a book that I want to buy the physical copy of in London because I know Waterstones has this gorgeous edition that I'm hoping to get. And if not, I'll just buy a different edition because I want to read it ASAP and I've been postponing it just to buy it in London. So now that I'm going, I want to buy it and I want to read it as soon as I can. And luckily it's one of my book club books for April. And beside that, I'm also reading this book, The House in the Cerulean Sea, as a buddy read with one of my besties, Marlotte. We both still had this book on our physical TBR and we both didn't really know what to think of it. So we decided to just pick it as our next buddy read book and read it together. I didn't really know anything about this book. I know that it is a fantasy, but it didn't really speak to me earlier. I think we both, Marlotte and I, got it in a goodie bag. So we didn't buy it or get it ourselves, but we read the book description on Goodreads and we were actually kind of like, wait, this does sound fun. We're just gonna see and read this book and talk about it together. And I think beside that, we are going to pick 5 books. That must be doable. Let's pick 5 more books. Let's get my beloved TBR card with all of my prompts in here. For those of you who don't know, I'm a little late now that the video is already started, but if you don't know this video ID, these are my prompts. And on these prompts are certain features that a book has to have. For example, a book by a black author or a book with a purple cover or a number in the title. So prompts like that. So let's dive right in. We are going to pick our first prompt of the month. They do have different prints, by the way, but that doesn't mean anything. I just liked it more when they had different prints. This one. Potential 5-star read. Okay, that is a good one. I definitely know I'm hoping to bring back many 5-star potential books from London. Let's first see what's up on my own physical TBR card right now. Next to You could be a 5-star because I have given multiple of Hannah Bonham Young's her books 5 stars. I just read Next of Kin, first book in this duology. I did give that 4.5 stars, so that is pretty good. Ooh, I do have Abby Jimenez, the Happily Ever After playlist, because I also rate her books 5 stars many times. But the thing is, this is holding me back because this is the second book in the series and I haven't read the first one. I did that with one of her other series as well, where I read it in a completely wrong lineup and it didn't really matter. I didn't enjoy it any less, so I could pick this one. I'm also expecting The Ravenschooler to be really good, but this book is thick. I am really excited about this, but I don't know if it's a good pick for this month. I do have a really good one on my London to buy list, In Her Own League by Liz Tomford. I loved the Windy City series, and this is basically an extension of that series with some characters that were written about in the Windy City series. I think I'm going to pick In Her Own League anyways, because I generally think with everything I'm planning on buying in London that is one of the first 2 or 3 books that I will be wanting to pick up. I'm so excited about this and I think that has the highest potential of being a 5-star for me. The next prompt. This one. I don't know what it says. Ooh, oh no! Worst rated book on Fable. I have my Fable here and I have this list of books that are on my physical TBR and I keep that up to date. So I can just, oh no, it doesn't say the ratings. I found a book with a 2.8 on Fable. That must be the lowest rating I've ever seen. I'm in shock. Daddy Issues by Kate Goldbeck. That was one of my Afterlife books. Has a 3.5. That is also pretty low. 3.6 for the bookshop below that I got through Illumicrate. And the book that I just mentioned that has such a low rating is Salt Swept, which I also got through Illumicrate and has a 2.8 rating. Here it is. Salt Swept. I do think that this cover, this edition is absolutely gorgeous. Love these sprayed edges. So I'm a little scared for this book. They need a boat. They need to learn how to sail it. A pirate faces the gallows drops. A farmer. Do have to say this doesn't sound like a book that I would pick up myself. I did get it through my Illumicrate box, so I didn't have the choice myself. I am not a big fan of pirates. I don't know about this, but I am gonna give it a chance and see, and for my own opinion on it, see how I like it. Next pick. Third one. Made into a movie or TV series. Okay, I am not sure if I have any. Honestly, none over here. None over there as well. So we're just gonna put this back in for maybe when I have some more books, other books on my shelf, and we're going to pick a new prompt. That is a long one. What does it say? Title starts with the first letter of the current month. Okay, so that is, well, when I film this, it's still the last day of March, but we're doing this for April, so we're gonna pick the 8th of April. So the title has to start with an A. I got A Touch of Darkness from one of my friends. She didn't like, I don't think she actually read the books, but she wasn't going to read them anymore, and so she gave A Touch of Darkness and then A Touch of Ruin. She gave those editions to me because I was like, well, I might read them actually. No, we're not going to pick that one. Yeah, there's so much that I want to read, and this is gonna take up weeks. I bought this last year when it was a hype, but ever since I've actually been so scared to read it. So yeah, it's an option, but to be fair, I'm not going to pick this. People are probably screaming right now at me like, girl, when are you gonna read it? But not in April, I'm sorry. But I also found A Rather Vengeful Accord, which is also, by the way, an Illumicrate book. So we could do an Illumicrate team this month and just pick this one. I don't know. These are both books on my TBR that I'm not the most excited about, that I'm both a little scared for. Oh wait, we could also look at my London list, by the way. I completely forgot. Let's see. Yes! Oh my god, I found one on my London to buy list that I think, two actually, but I think one is the most easy to find. And that is And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison, the second book in the, I don't know what the series is called, but the book after First Time Caller. And I read that recently, I think in February, and I really liked it. I like books about radio or TV shows, and they work at a radio station. So I love that. And I think I'm going to pick that one. Oh my god, this saved me. Yeah, let's pick that one. 4 prompts. 1 word title. Okay. Gilded by Marissa Meyer. This was potentially my buddy read with Marlotte, so I did recently talk about it, and I am curious about this book. So Gilded. Caraval. I just want to read this because it is so hyped, but I am scared that I'm not going to love it because I feel like it's very young adult heavy, and I'm not the biggest young adult fan. I think I'm gonna go for Caraval. It is time to finally read it. Once a year, the infamous Master Legend hosts Caraval, only open to those who have been invited. This year, the week-long game is on Legends glittering Isle de los Sueños? Oh my god. Something like that, where the winding streets are an elaborate snow-covered maze and the people are never who they seem. And so the person who wins gets a single wish. Yeah, let's pick this one. The 5th and final pick for this month. A book you got gifted. I got this one. If it makes you happy, from one of my best friends. She read it, didn't necessarily love it, so she asked if I wanted to read it. It looks so cool, but I kind of want to save this for autumn because it is an autumn book. You need to read this in autumn. Get this as a gift. Rainbow's cooler. I can't, you guys. I am really excited to read this one. So this is a great option though. And I was also gifted Lessons in Faking by Mandy, one of my book club girlies. I am so excited to read Ravenschooler, but I think I'm gonna go for this one. I'm leaning more towards another romance, just because we do have a little bit of a heavy fantasy TBR right now, with Direbound, Salt Swept, Caraval, The House in the Cerulean Sea. So that's 4 fantasy heavy books, and we only have And Now Back to You and then In Her Own League as romance books. So I need to balance that out, so I'm gonna go for Lessons in Faking. Alrighty, so here's my TBR for this month. My book club books, House in the Cerulean Sea, and then Direbound. And the books that we picked today are In Her Own League, Salt Swept, and Now Back to You, Caraval, Lessons in Faking. So that's it for this month. We do have a good TBR, but I'm also really excited about all the books that I'm bringing home from London. So fingers crossed that I'm actually going to finish this TBR. I may also end up just reading everything I got in London, but let's see about that. If you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Videos with likes on it actually perform better and are shown to more people on YouTube. So by giving me a thumbs up on this video, you are letting YouTube know that you like this video and more people should see it. So that would help me a lot actually. And if you aren't subscribed yet, make sure you do to stay up to date with all of my upcoming videos, London vlogs, a book haul from London. Do I need to say more? I'm really excited about that one. So if you are too, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with that. And with that being said, I hope to see you very soon in the next video. See you then, guys. Bye bye.